So you know how Google works. This is a great story. This is unbelievable. Sourcefed came up with this. You know when you type in anything to do a Google search, Google tries to finish your search, right? So if you type in Jimmy Dore, you don't go Jimmy Dore awesome, Jimmy Dore super awesome. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it turns out Google was manipulating that stuff in aid of Hillary Clinton. And that's not, because I saw this, first of all, I saw this as a tweet, Sourcefed, or Sourcefed, I thought they were called Sourcefed. It says, perhaps the biggest story we've ever done. Did Google manipulate the search for Hillary? The answer just may surprise you, or will it? So here's the answer. Yes. But here's some of the video they did. They put out a video explaining this. So you all know how when you do a search, they were manipulating the searches so negative stuff about Hillary Clinton wouldn't come up. And here, I'll give you a little bit of their video, SourceFed.
Because of that principle, there's an inherent trust that when you Google something, you are seeing the actual factual answer to your query or question, based at least in part on the results of what other people are actually searching for.
So like when you Google something, what comes up is the popular thing that other people have Googled. Right? Mm-hmm. So we all know how that works, right? So if a lot of people Google the same thing, Google will register that, and then when you type in a couple of letters, it recognizes the mobile, and then we'll go, oh, you mean this? Oh, you mean that? So we all know how that works. That's what they're saying. And so we inherently trust when Google puts something up as a suggestion that they're suggesting it because it's popular, that would be the thing. This guy's saying that's why we trust Google. You have to have that trust that what they're putting up is actually the actual results of a search and not a pretend or a paid for result of a search, because then we wouldn't trust those, right? So here we go. So I hope I'm explaining this correctly. I hope everybody's getting it. Here we go.
In the case of Hillary Clinton, who clinched the Democratic nomination, we know for a fact that that is not the case. Thanks to the help of our editor, Spencer Reed, SourceFed has discovered that Google has been actively altering search recommendations in favor of Hillary Clinton's campaign, so quietly that we were unable to see it for what it was until today. When we type Hillary Clinton CRI into Google, the site's autocomplete function shows 3 potential searches: Hillary Clinton crime reform, Hillary Clinton crisis, and Hillary Clinton crime bill 1994. However, when you type the same term, Hillary Clinton CRI, into Google's competitors, Bing and Yahoo, you get very different results, focusing on whether or not Hillary Clinton has ever committed a crime. There's clearly something wrong here, right? It's like if you put 3 people into a room that's on fire, and 2 out of the 3 people yell, fire, and the 3rd person yells, I'm in a room. So what's going on here?
So just to break it down so you know what's happening. So if you type in Hillary Clinton CRI, the thing that should come up is the things that came up on Yahoo and Bing, which was her crime report. But what they switched it to was other things that weren't as deleterious to Hillary Clinton. So does that make sense to you? Do you see what's happening? So they double-checked it, like, wait a minute. So they went and checked the other search engines, and they came up exactly the same, except Google's was totally different. Now, hold off. And let's watch a little more.
When we searched for Hillary Clinton crime reform, the top result from earlier, there weren't even enough searches of the term to build a graph on the site, which begs the question, why on earth is it the first potential result?
So do you see what he's saying? He's saying if you actually type it all the way in, Hillary Clinton crime reform, it doesn't even, there's nothing that even comes up, right? Because there's not nobody searching that. So why does it come up when you just type in Hillary Clinton CRI? That doesn't make sense. That's what he's saying. Okay.
And we added a second search term, Hillary Clinton crimes. Look what Google gave back. Apparently, far more people are searching for Hillary Clinton crimes than Hillary Clinton crime reform. Google just doesn't want you to know or ask. But hey, maybe that's a fluke, right? We tried it again, this time to see if Hillary Clinton's much-discussed potential indictment by the FBI would show up. When you type Hillary Clinton IND into Bing or Yahoo, there are plenty of indictment-based recommendations.
So now, you get that? So if you're trying to say, hey, Hillary Clinton indictment, so you get to the IND part, Bing search engine suggests Hillary Clinton indictment 2016, Hillary Clinton indicted. Also, so does Yahoo, indictment coming, indictment 2016. But what happens with Google?
You type it into Google, the top 2 recommended auto-completions are Hillary Clinton Indiana and Hillary Clinton India.
What?
Well, maybe there's something wrong with Google's algorithm.
Oh, algorithm. I got it.
Algorithm.
Algorithm.
That's it.
People really be searching more for Hillary Clinton India than Hillary Clinton indictment? When we entered them both into trends, people were searching for Hillary Clinton indictment 8 times more often than Hillary Clinton India. The intention is clear. Google is burying potential searches for terms that could have hurt Hillary Clinton in the primary elections over the past several months by manipulating recommendations on their site. In addition, for comparison, we searched for negative terms that have been associated in the media with Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump on all 3 sites, specifically Bernie Sanders SOC for socialist and Donald Trump RAC for racist or racism. This time, Google matched the recommendations of Bing or Yahoo. No visible tampering. Google's bias here is undeniable, but how did this happen? Why? Who is responsible? At this
I'm going to guess there's some high-level people who own companies who are in bed with Hillary Clinton. That's my guess. Maybe the guy who's the CEO of Google or Alphabet or YouTube or whatever.
What are you saying? She's going to have some kind of connection to Google?
I'm going to guess they're all in bed together. This, I'm talking about the one money party. That's what I'm going to guess this is all about. Let's see.
stage, I must be clear. We at Sourcefed are...
Oh, I don't care what you say about that. He's saying that we're not saying anything because he's afraid of being sued. I'm not so afraid. Here we go.
Practice. There are a stunning number of links between Google and her campaign, and they all stem to one person in particular. Eric Schmidt, the executive chairman of Google's parent company Alphabet Inc. and former CEO of Google, is also a major funder of The Groundwork, which is, according to sources acquired by Wired, an investment by Schmidt to ensure that Hillary Clinton has the technological and engineering prowess to win the election. Their specialty is data analytics and targeted outreach, and they are one of the Clinton campaign's priciest outside contractors, billing the campaign over $177,000 in the second quarter of 2015 alone. So Eric Schmidt, the former head of Google, who is chairman of their parent company, funds a data analysis company that works for the Hillary campaign, whose chief technology officer, Stephanie Hannon, is a former Google executive. Eric Schmidt also has ties to the Pentagon, where he serves as the head of the Defense Innovation Advisory Board, working with the government to make the Pentagon run more like a Silicon Valley tech firm like Google. While all these connections do not prove explicit criminal wrongdoing, they do showcase a man who has a clear invested interest in how our country is run and is actively funding one candidate to run it, while the company he advises is warping search results in her favor. In spite of all of this, one has to ask, while we know that on the face of it that this is wrong, how wrong is it really?
Pretty wrong. It's pretty, so you're saying, well, how much, so what the question he's going to get at is how much does this really affect people? Right? So what? It's their own site, their own Google. So what they're doing, by the way, that really is bad for Google, because if people need to trust you, especially people who use the internet, people, tech people, geek people. If once your trust is gone, that what they're searching on your search engine isn't really what the most popular thing is that comes up, or isn't really the right, you're dead. You're already gone. So. Of course, it's not going to kill Google because Google is the verb, right? People don't say Bing it. People don't say Yahoo it. People say Google it. People don't say Dogpilot. That's another search engine. People don't say Dogpilot. You probably get slapped if you said that. People say Google it. So that's the thing. So I'm sure Google, but this is, again, Hillary Clinton touches something, it gets sullied. It gets it gets tarnished. Right away with corruption. Money, corruption, power, underhanded, not what it seems like. Unbelievable. So how big of a deal is this, right? So there's a guy named Robert Epstein. Well, they're going to tell you right now, here's how big of a deal it is. Here's how much it could affect the vote. Something like what Google did. Here it is. Ready?
Dr. Robert Epstein is a psychologist at the American Institute for Behavioral Research, whose most recent experiments focused on changing political opinion through search engine results. In his study, he held a mock election and allowed the mock voters to search for various terms regarding the two candidates. For one group, he showed mostly positive search results about candidate A, while another group received mostly positive results for candidate B. A control group received mixed, untouched results. What he found was that he was able to swing voters up to 48% for whatever side had more positive results, a process he dubbed voter manipulation power. He was quoted as saying that Google could determine the outcome of upwards of 25% of all national elections. A Google spokesperson spoke with Wired on the topic last August, saying that providing relevant answers has been the cornerstone of Google's approach to search from the very beginning. It would undermine people's trust in our results and company if we were to change course. I'm sure that many people at Google would be disturbed to...
I'm sure they're not. I'm sure the people who didn't know about this are disturbed because it does ruin their reputation in a way. Certainly they're going to get a lot of jokes thrown their way. They're going to be embarrassed. They're going to be ridiculed, as they should, for this. So, and by the way, Google owns YouTube. This is what we're on right now. So talk about having your journalistic freedom. If this show goes off the air next week, look out.
You know, I searched for Hillary Clinton in Alta Vista, and all that came up was the Macarena and swatches.
You need a better search engine.
So
I
what
think.
the search engines are supposed to do is give you the most relevant searches. They're supposed,
Doesn't it make you not want to use Google?
It makes me not want to use Google. Yes, it makes me not want to use Google. Yeah, it does. Because now it's like I don't know them. Can I trust them?
I can't.
I don't know if I can trust.
I'm going to Bing it, Yahoo it, Dogpile it.
You know, Hillary says she feels sorry for young people who don't do their research. Remember she said that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then she gets Google to manipulate the research people are doing on her. Isn't that something? Just like a Clinton. When I Googled rig system, the results come back rigged for her pleasure.
Oh, my God.
Rigged for her pleasure. Huh? Because I decided Anyway. There's a new super PAC now called Correct the Google. Google warped search results about Hillary Clinton. Google chaired by Hillary campaign contractor with Pentagon connections. Coincidence. That's what I say. Coincidence. This is shocking. Rich people do favors for other rich people in a nefarious way. I didn't know that happened. You know, when I Google reasons why liberals support Hillary, I get no results. So there you go. Even Google. Even God, we do CNN. We saw MSNBC. We saw all the establishment media completely in the tank for Hillary. CNN, Time Warner's the number 7 donor to Hillary Clinton. We all know this. We didn't know this about Google. It's unbelievable the corruption in not only in our politics, it's society in general. We're living in a corrupt oligarchy. And do you need more proof? Guess what? You're going to get at least 4 more years of some good goddamn proof. Get ready.